Hey everyone, welcome to Aussie Footy Chats, episode 18, Richmond Trade Chats. So today I'm going to talk about the Richmond Football Club. I'm going to start off with their season this year, which was a new season for them. A lot of new picks, a new coach, Adam Uze. They had the number one pick, Sam Laylor, who looked exactly like the player they just had retired, Dustin Martin, club legend, three-time Norm Smith medalist, Brownlow medalist. He's done it all. So yeah, they lost the champion, but also got the number one pick, who was the exact clone of their former champion. He plays the exact same role, almost looks similar. I've never seen a player that's come into the AFL who actually looks so similar to a guy that just retired that's a club champion. So they went on to win their first game this year, which was a massive surprise. They beat Carlton in the opening game. And a lot of the young guys got a lot of good experience. And it was, quite an interesting year. After that, I did watch them play in round two when they played my side. I took one of the Canadians I work with, one of my fellow firefighters on the fire crew. And yeah, I got to take him down to the game. I went with another fire crew member. And yeah, I got to show him my game, and we talked a lot. He was big on hockey, and yeah, just talking about the comparisons. Obviously, hockey's on ice and a total different game, but yeah, just talking about the comparisons of growing up and just at that elite level and the pathways into the program and how they do it over in Canada. And yeah, got to show him my game with Australian rules football, and yeah, he loved it. We enjoyed the day. Had a few drinks and yeah, and really just enjoyed the day and the atmosphere. He loved it. He was on the hill at Adelaide. It was Port Adelaide versus Richmond. So yeah, we're on the hill, and yeah, he loved it and got right into it. So yeah, just a shout out to all my fire crew members and that as well, and all emergency service people that do a great job for this country. So yeah, just want to give all of you a shout out, and our defence personnel as well. So yeah, I enjoyed the game. Richmond obviously struggled a bit, and it was sort of trying to back up after a hard game in the opening game with a young team. They also it sort of was their sort of season where they struggled a bit, but they didn't lose a lot of games by big margins. They did lose some against really decent opponents that were higher up on the ladder, but overall their season was quite good, I thought, for a team that was projected to probably almost not win a game. So yeah, they did struggle. I know had a couple injuries to some of their star players. Layla missed the last sort of bit of the year, but it's come back pretty fit from what I've seen in the early sort of pre-season stuff. So we'll talk a bit about who arrived at Richmond. Patrick Rashenko. So this trade saw Richmond swap pick 99 for delisted rookie Patrick Rashenko, an elite running midfielder the club has been tracking since junior years. So they've gone to Geelong. Obviously Geelong have got a pretty stacked list, playing in a grand final, unfortunately losing. So yeah, Richmond's been following this lad for a little bit, and he's a running sort of type midfielder. He's got a little bit of size to him as well. And yeah, it looks like he can be a good ball carrier. Probably slot straight into the side alongside Jacob Hopper and the midfield co. And also just thought we'll talk about who left. So yeah, after loading up on youth at the top of last year's draft, Richmond entered the postseason holding two very early picks. So they elected to trade and move on Tyler Young to West Coast, which saw the Tigers receive a selection pick of number 38. So they traded away Tyler Young, key position defender, who's 27, so he's sort of at the prime. I think he was just sort of in and out of the side. And so, yeah, he's no longer with the club and decided to move on and be traded to West Coast. And yeah, so their window is not exactly at the moment because they've got such a young team. So I think they've elected to move him on. He's 27. I'm not sure if he'll be 28 this year or not. So he's getting older. And West Coast need a key defender to fill that gap since losing Barras last year. So that sort of helps both teams out. I mean, pick 38, I suppose that's not too bad. And also, tall defenders like that don't sort of grow on trees. So with Josh Gibiscus coming back, sorry, a bit butchered that one. He is coming back into the lineup. A bit of a smaller player, like still a centre-half back, I'd say. He's a mixture of more of a key centre-half back. Tyler Young's probably more of a fullback. So, yeah, they've obviously got Miller as well down there. That's generally their fullback. So he's going to find it hard to get into the side without injury. And I think they just signed up Miller for another few years. I think, he's about similar age, or closer to 30. So they've elected to keep Tyler Young trade Tyler Young and keep the other defenders. And so we'll just quickly talk about the picks that they have. They've got pick 3, pick 4, 38, and 81. So 2 picks inside the 10. Very high ones, 3 and 4. And also, they also have a promising father-son midfielder, the son of 180-gamer Duncan Kellaway. So Luis Kellaway featured in South Australia's undefeated under-18 championship side and is considered a second or third round selection. So, so he's supposed to be a later pick, but, being in the undefeated under-18s South Australian side, I don't know why he's not a bit higher, because that's the team that won it. And if we actually go about numbers and the facts that are on paper, they're the best team. So majority of those players should be in the top sort of bit. But I know that's not how they work. They want to mix in the combine. But sometimes you have to have a look at the actual statistics of the game played and compare it to the combine. And sometimes the combine doesn't exactly give an insight to how a player plays football and what's in their mindset and how they have the football IQ. I don't know if they can do a test that can add that in, but for future references, that may be a go-to. But obviously, you need to have athletic traits, and it does help with the combine as well. So the Tigers left their picks in the future drafts untouched, holding their original club aligned selections for both 2026 and 2027. And I'll just go into their delisted part, who they've delisted from the club, and also retirements. So Jacob Boer, Jacob Blight, Mate Colonia, Jacob Kosicki, Caden McIntosh, and Thomas Dower. Jacob Kosicki come from Hawthorn. He got traded over once they sort of thought they could get sort of a fit list, and Marbiel Troll coming into the forward line and sort of squeezed out Jacob Kosicki and Mitchell Lewis coming into the side. So, Richmond went to get him to try to help out the forward line. He had a debut game, kicked 5 goals for Hawthorn, come to Richmond, sort of struggled the last couple seasons with them. In and out of the side. Obviously, they got Tom Lynch as a key forward. So, Caden McIntosh in their defense, premiership player, bit of a surprise. But they've got some young defenders that they're going to want to sort of bring through the side. And Thomas Dower has been around a bit now, and unfortunately just couldn't quite make it after being traded into the club. So there's not there's a few there that I think Jacob Kosicki's a little bit of a surprise, but not a surprise. McIntosh for his experience, maybe. But they've got to somewhat move on to play these younger players. That's the part that they're at the moment. And their key defenders like Campbell Gray has come into the lineup this year, looked quite good. They obviously got their running half-backs like Nathan Broad, and the ruckman like Toby Nankervis that they've got that's just in the club at the moment. Are they going to play Noel Bolter up forward to alleviate that gap, or put him back down at centre back? With Josh Gibb is coming back, it's probably not going to be able to do that. Josh Smiley, sorry, he is injured at the moment. Or one of their high draft picks from last year, one of their big-bodied midfielders. Hopefully, you can get on the track, mate, and come into the lineup. So they got a few players like Prestia on the list and Hopper in the midfield with Laylor and a few other players. And are they going to add to that midfield? Are they going to go for a key forward in the draft? A young key forward? Obviously, Tom Lynch hasn't got much left. I'd assume that's what they'll go for. They obviously got Tim Torano in the midfield. And Jacob Kosicki leaving, being delisted, tells me that Richmond will go for a tall forward. Whether they can go for a key forward in the draft. We'll talk a bit about that, who they go for. And it's going to be interesting. I know that Cooper Duff obviously is a ruckman / forward. And could they go for him, or is he going to go higher and be a ruckman? Toby Nankervis, obviously getting older. He's going to be retiring from the side soon. So that, they're going to need a replacement ruckman. They do have a few young ruckmans on the actual list, or Samson Ryan, who's developing, starting to be that mid-age now, where he's above that 23 mark, I think. I'll just double check his age. But I think he's 24. So he will come into the lineup and start developing his craft a bit more this year. And just looking at their list, I'm pretty happy with it. They've obviously got Harry Armstrong as one of their key forwards as well. I think he was a reasonably high draft pick too. Took him at pick 23. They can develop these guys. So he's 195 centimeters. So he'd be a nice sort of centre half forward, or could be a clunking full forward. Do they go for another one just to add in depth for delisting Jacob Kosicki and also Tom Lynch retiring? Getting older and moving towards the back end of his career, and eventually will retire soon. So that's the gap I think they need. Are they going to go for another extra midfielder? Do they have... I think they've got enough key defenders, or they go for a running half back that they can add into their lineup after losing Rioli to the Gold Coast. And that covers the Richmond Football Club. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a bit of a short and sharp one. That's who they've sort of kept this year and who they got rid of, who they brought in, their picks. And I'll see how they go this year. It'll be interesting. And see if they keep developing and go on and eventually, play finals in the next couple of years. We'll see. So thank you, Richmond fans. I hope you enjoy. Have a great day. Thank you.